day, OGs. We're here at Love X Melbourne today with the beautiful and talented 6 times MILF of the Year, Lisaann. Lisaann, welcome back to Australia.
Thank you so much. It's great to be back here with all of you.
I remember in After Porn Ends 2, you actually mentioned it was a very beautiful country here. Have you got anything still to see on your list?
Here in Australia, this is a quick 72 hours in and out trip for me. So not this trip. I'm so sad that I won't get to see any kangaroos and give them snacks and see the koalas, but I'll be back.
Excellent to hear. And now I mentioned you were very talented, but not only are you one of the greatest adult stars of all time, you're also a talent agent, director, producer, author, and quite a bit of a baller, I'm hearing. What's next on the professional goal list for you?
So I recently partnered with a winery in Sicily, Italy, and brought wine over to the United States. The brand is Lisa by Lisaann. And now I'm out hustling, selling wine. So it's a whole new adventure for me. A ton of fun to work in the accounts that I have, that I already do hosting events, all the strip clubs that I work for. They're all buying my wine. It's been really fun, glass by glass, to just sell my wine.
Now, speaking of things on the horizon, I hear you're also a bit of a fantasy sports nerd. Now, I'm a fantasy football guy myself. What's your fantasy sport of choice? And do you have any trade tips?
Fantasy football is number one because it's a short season. I did fantasy baseball for 2 years and I felt like it owned my life. Fantasy basketball is fun, but I'd rather do DFS. You know, if you are going to make a trade in a fantasy football league, make sure it makes both of your teams better. Look at one of your league mates that might be heavy in the running back room. Look at your wide receiver room, balance things out, because it's really supposed to be a friendly sport, and helping your league mates and helping yourself at the same time is how you continue to win.
And fair trades, always fair trades, yes. Now, you were born in Pennsylvania, but you actually became quite famous for cosplaying, let's say, an Alaskan. Whose idea was that, and do you have any famous one-liners from that series?
So that was the mind of Larry Flint, rest in peace. It was such a beautiful project to work on with Hustler. There were all the taglines during the scene. I had to say, like, drill, baby, drill, and you betcha. And so I still respond back to texts a lot with you betcha, and my friends just die.
Honestly, it was comedy gold and we loved it at Ognerd. Now, most of our audience likes tits, games, and cosplay, not necessarily in that order. We notice e-girl and gamer porn is becoming big in the industry. Have you ever been a gamer in your time?
That is one thing I do not do. I have never been a gamer. While others are playing games, I'm trying to get through books. I just read half of a book this morning at the hotel, so I'm just always trying to get through books.
I imagine you're going to spend more time writing them in the future than reading them. Accomplished author that you are. Exactly. And so if I said joystick or dildo, your answer would be?
Dildo.
Oh, for sure. Well, look, thank you so much for your time. We hope you have an excellent time in Australia, and a big shout out to anyone you need to.
I'd like to thank Kevin Mack and everybody here at Sexpo for bringing me back. It's such an honor to get invited to international shows. Last year I went to Switzerland. Earlier this year I went to Greece. The fact that I haven't shot movies in years and my fans still love me enough to have me invited to travel internationally is a gift. I never flew as a young woman. My first flight was a one-way ticket to LA to California to get in the business, and I bought a one-way because I wanted it to work that bad. So it's just an honor to be invited, and I thank you all for coming to see me.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Would love that.